Investing in companies early is the best way to make money. And if you're able to catch these companies early and identify value in them before anyone else, then you're able to make potentially millions of dollars. Previously, investing in pre-IPO companies was really only reserved for VCs, hedge funds, and large institutions. But recently, I came across a platform that I've been testing out called Jarsy that allows you to invest in pre-IPO companies. And it allows you to do this in leading companies like SpaceX, Anthropic, Discord, Databricks, and a lot more. And this is really exciting in my opinion, because this has never been able to be done before this, at least from what I have seen. I've never found a way to invest in these companies before anyone else can, before they've gone public, and now there's an opportunity for regular everyday investors to get exposed to pre-IPO companies. So I've already invested in this account on SpaceX, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to invest in pre-IPO companies on their platform. But this is a company that is backed by some of the biggest names in the investment world. They have investments by some of the biggest names, like Carmen VC, which is backed by Uber founder and ex-CEO Travis. It's backed by Briar Capital, one of the biggest names in the investment world, with a member of Blackstone and other major names in the investment world. So seeing that we have Briar Capital, Carmen VC, Nathan McCauley, Richard Liu, like some of the biggest names in the investment world behind this project, makes me really excited about the future of their platform. So one thing about this platform that is also really exciting and useful is that each type of Jarsy real asset token is 100% backed by ETFs or stock shares. And this is all proven on their transparency and safety page. So for any company you decide to buy on their platform, if you want to buy like Circle or SpaceX or any of these platforms, you could go about to the transparency and safety page, go about looking at base scan link or proof of reserve. If we click on proof of reserve, it's going to show you the exact agreement that Jarsy had with the company to buy shares. And this is something that is very important, because you know that you're not just buying something that has no connection at all, but you're buying a token that represents shares in one of these companies. And you could see their specific agreements that they made all on DocuSign. We can go ahead and look at these. It shows you exactly what the agreement is. So if we go ahead and take a look at their platform, we can see that this is something that is very simple to use. The way it works is that when you go about buying an asset on Jarsy, it is backed one-to-one by real equity held by Jarsy. So they offer you exposure to private companies that was really just used to be reserved for, like I said, institutions, VCs, hedge funds, just large investment companies. So every single Jarsy token, which is like SpaceX Tech, XI Corp, Anthropic, all of these are Jarsy tokens. They're backed one-to-one by actual equity in the company. So let's take an example. If we go ahead and look at Circle. Circle, you were able to get into Circle on Jarsy's platform at $25. And now if you look at the share price of Circle, it's at over $133 per share. So if you bought Circle on Jarsy's platform before they went public, you were able to make over a 5x return on your investment. And that's something that no one else was able to do, but on Jarsy's platform, you were able to get in Circle early, and they show you this right here, show you the details of it. And this is something that is really exciting. In addition to this, one that I recently invested in, something that I'm very excited about, is SpaceX. SpaceX is, a company that was created by Elon Musk. A lot of you guys, if you're familiar in the tech world, already know everything they do, but SpaceX ultimately has a huge mission. They've been making history, and if we look at some of their facilities, they are designing and building their reusable rockets in California. These are the rockets that can launch into space and land again, which we had never seen before. They have their testing facility for engines and structures. They do satellites all across the United States and all across the world, and they have a lot of cool aspects in their business. The thing that excites me most are these reusable rockets, because it saves hundreds of millions of dollars. But if you want to invest in SpaceX now, there's really no way to do it. You can't buy shares on a publicly traded stock, like on a public stock exchange. The only way you could do it is in an IPO investment round. Most of the time, you have to have millions of dollars. You have to be in a VC institution to get exposure. But with Jarsy, you could go about getting exposure with it with as little as $10. So it says, with just $10, gain exposure to SpaceX by investing in JSPAX tokens. And it shows you how the company was founded by Elon Musk in 2022. It talks about their valuation, what they do, and you could just see their history of their valuation as well. But if you want to go about actually getting some of the token, all you need to do is go about clicking on buy. You can set exactly how much you want to do, and then you get your implied valuation, which is right around $554 billion. We could go about clicking preview order, confirm, and then it just takes a little bit to confirm your actual transaction. But once it does confirm, you will see it add to your holdings. This is something that is really cool because SpaceX is one of the most exciting companies in the tech world, in my opinion. Elon Musk has a proven track record, and so getting exposure to this is something that really you were never able to do before. You also could invest in another Elon Musk company, which is XAI, but really I've been focusing more on SpaceX as of recently. If we look at their dashboard, it'll show you that you now have one pending order, but it shows you three separate sections. There's a private equity pre-sale, and public stock. Private equity is where you're able to get into those pre-IPO companies. You can see this section as well, and public stock is once they are already publicly traded. So you can see over time, tokens start off here, they gradually move themselves over as they start to progress further in the public offering space. In addition to this, if we look at their platform, you can see in terms of watch list, you can add a bunch of different companies to your watch list. And you can see me, I have 4 companies like SpaceX, Ripple, Stripe, and OpenSea. But they have dozens of companies that they're always trying to do deals with, trying to add to their platform, and you can get notified like when major news happens with them, when they get added to Jarsy, and just all of those specific details. So you see they have dozens and dozens and dozens listed here that you can go through and you can start to, select, add to your watch list. Last thing I do want to go over with this is going to be just adding money to the platform. It's very simple to do, but if you're not familiar with crypto, it might be a little bit tedious. So the way it works to add money to the platform is you just go about going to your wallet and clicking add funds. In terms of adding funds, you can add USD to Jarsy, and that could be just directly with Zelle. Very simple and very easy. If you're into crypto, you can also do it with USDC with Coinbase, or just transfer USDC from your own wallet outside of Coinbase. But again, very simple and easy to do, even like if you're in the crypto space, but also if you're not, you could use Zelle or some other money transfers like just a wire transfer. So ultimately, this platform makes it extremely easy to go about investing in pre-IPO companies. Currently, they have these as their tokens available, so quite a few, but they are constantly adding more, trying to get the best companies on their platform. I've invested in SpaceX on their platform, but they have a number of others in the AI space, payment processing space, crypto space, and a lot more. So this is a platform that really is unmatched in the investment world, and I think it is a real game changer because it allows everyday investors to get exposure to pre-IPO companies, which has just never been able to be done before.